Squishy Evans, number 1, Brickwall University.
Rowan Bros, number 10, D-Man Academy.
Linden Track, 11, Bar Down Academy.
Braden Pearson, number 12, Wheelan Academy.
Zach Brenneman, number 17, Boyce Middle School.
Lucas Jones, 18, Trekking Academy.
Jimmy Halliday, 19, Little Pens Academy.
Cam Pelly, number 27, from K-12 Online School.
Rylan Calabrese, 30, Shutdown Academy.
Owen Golinak, number 53, Bar Down Academy.
David Trappel, number 57, and I'm from Clapbaum Academy.
Joey Costa, 59, Eden Hall Academy. Danny Foster, 88, Mercer Elementary School.
Jack Carlson, 90, Back Check Your Butt Off Academy.
Tyler Willis, number 92, Hit Academy. D'Angelo Flume, 97, Top Shelf Academy.
Good morning, Swirly Nation, and welcome back to the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, home of the five-time Stanley Cup champion Pittsburgh Penguins. For the third and final matchup, a cross-border battle between the Southern Tier Admirals and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Good morning, everybody, and welcome for the third game of the set. The final game of the weekend for the 2011. Certainly not the final game of the weekend here on Cine TV, as we'll have one live stream going at the same time. Next door is Team Nelson battling it out in their game with Amherst. And then immediately following this game, before you get into NFL action, it'll be the 2010s capping their series with the Kitchener Junior Rangers. So welcome everybody to Cranberry Township for today's game. The Penguins victorious in the first two meetings yesterday. In the ever immortal words of my man Ice Cube, I gotta say it was a good day. 4-0 here on Cine TV for the 10s and 11s against our friends from the Great North. As I'm sure we're joined, as always, by our friends in Canada. Certainly with us playing a cross-border battle with the Southern Tier Admirals. More and more Canadian fans. We also want to take a moment to thank all of Swirly Nation for getting us over that 1,000 subscriber mark yesterday. A big accomplishment for us here, and we couldn't do it without each and every one of you. So if you hear my voice right now, let's make sure we log into our Google accounts and hit the subscribe button below. We are underway here in Cranberry. The starting lineup for your Penguins in at number 1, the squish tender, Squishy Evans. On defense, 88, Danny Bananas Foster. And David Schabel. Up front for the Penguins, the right wing, Zach Brenneman. The left wing, Joey Costa. And at center, Braden Pearsall, the Micro Commodore. The Admirals ice the opening draw, so the faceoff comes into the attacking zone for the Penguins. The Admirals switching things up here today. 2 games yesterday in the white unis were unsuccessful, so they've switched to the darks. Black jerseys with the Admiral logo on the chest, some white striping on the jerseys. A pretty tough look here. Black pants with blue and white stripes, black socks with red and blue stripes, and black buckets. Your Penguins, they're in gold. The gold jerseys with the Penguins logo emblazoned on the chest. The black pants with gold stripes, gold socks with black stripes, and the iconic gold Pens Elite helmets as the Admirals with a 2-on-1 streaming down the left-hand side. They'll fire one up and over the glove-hand side of the squish tender, and for the first time in the weekend, take a 1-0 lead. Just under a minute in, an early 2-on-1 for the Admirals ends up in the Penguins' net. It'll be Carlson picking up the puck. Beating the squish tender high over that glove hand side on the first shot of the game. Not how the Penguins wanted to start this one as it's moved in front. Penguins trying to get it back. That was Pelly looking for Halliday. It'll come free to Jones along the half wall. He'll pop it to the corner. Behind the cage is Halliday. Halliday twisting. Admirals come out the center, firing one off the stick of track, picked up, and we're going to get an arm raised early here. Merlot with the early arm raise, and it looks like the Penguins are going to head off. It'll be Carlson for a hook. So an early 1-0 lead for the visiting Admirals, and they're going to head to a power play that looked very good, well organized in play yesterday. So the Pens were going to be tested early here. Waiting to get the penalty time on the clock. There we go. So the Admirals on a power play with a 1-0 lead. It'll be Bolus behind the net battling. We do want to point out the SS Rowan Bros is here. He's cleared to play after taking a bit of a shot to the head yesterday. Battle along the boards right in front. It'll be Pearsall coming away with it. Puck taken over by the Admirals, but right back by Golnack. As Golnack and Pearsall are up front, Bros and Bolus on the back end for the Pens. Golnack able to disrupt at center, get it to the backhand, lofted all the way down. As time ticks away, the Pens will get a line change here halfway through the power play. So the first set of penalty killers doing their jobs well, actually keeping the puck up in this Admiral end for the most part. The Admirals will gain the Penguins zone all the way to the right-hand side. 30 seconds left as they'll set up the man advantage. They'll go low to high. Big defenseman Parker and the kid with a wicked shot, 88. He's done it a couple times. It comes to the side of the cage for a one-timer that's fought off by the squish tender. It'll be Chappell behind the net. Wedged along, gathered in by Chappell, up to the wall, pressured by Brenneman, forced out by Flume, now Chappell. Chappell will find Flume as we wind down 3, 2, 1. Bouncing puck rolls in on net, power play over for Southern Tier. Penguins change behind the play. Fresh bodies on as Halliday pressures the puck. The Admirals will ice. We'll get a stop in play with 11:35 in the first. Faceoff's going to come to the Admiral zone. Carlson leaning over the dot to take the draw. It'll be controlled by the Admirals. They'll come up the left wing side, dumping it in behind the Penguins' defense. It bounces out in front where it's cleared by Pelly. Up the wall for Halliday. Bouncing puck swiped out the center just past Carlson. Picks it up, weaves to the corner, stops, twists. It'll be Carlson with it. To the point for Pelly. Over to Track. Track with a shot pass towards Halliday. That little wind-up shot pass deception there. It'll come back to Halliday for a one-timer that skips wide to the cage. Carlson to the puck. Switching with Lyndon Track. Track along the half wall. Up to the boards for Carlson. Dumped to the corner. It'll be chased there, but unable to get control for the Penguins. And back come the Admirals. Pearsall, fresh off the bench, able to disrupt the play as it'll pop free to Pelly. Pelly up the side to Halliday. Halliday off of a body, bouncing puck controlled by Halliday over to Jones. Jones is in on an onside play as Pearsall's knocked to the ice at the blue line. Penguins in on the forecheck. It forces a turnover to the stick of Golnack, taken back by the Admirals, and a bouncing puck is out to center ice where two players collide. It'll be picked up by Bros, sent off the stick of Golnack to the Admiral line for Parker. Up for Bolus. Bolus will go indirect to Pearsall, who gains the zone onside. He's joined by Golnack and Jones before being turned back the other way by Southern Tier. It'll be Bolus with it for the Penguins. He's got Beasy Pearsall on the near side. As it's tossed around and all the way down to the Penguins' end. Icing if it's far enough, it is. And it'll come all the way back to the Admiral zone. Faceoff will be in the right wing dot. Carlson and Brenneman up front with Flume as it comes free to the birthday boy. Unable to get the shot through was Flume. It'll come back to the point for Bros. Now Bolus. Bolus's shot from the outside just misses. That was looking like it had corner written all over. It may have gone off a skate as Carlson works it down low looking for the give and go with Flume. It'll come to Bolus, now Carlson. Carlson over to Bros. Bros' shot. He gets it through to the glove side. That's gloved down, not held. So it'll be rimmed around behind the net by Southern Tier where the Penguins will pressure along the wall. Kept at the point by Bolus. Reversed low by Carlson. In front for Brenneman. Has it swiped away to the corner, but he'll get to it. He centers one to the backhand of Flume. Has it knocked away. Bolus charging from center ice, able to keep it at the line. He'll play catch with an Admiral defender before going D to D for Brose' shot that's off the pad to the corner. Up high by Flume to Bolus. Bolus back to Brose. Brose to the opposite corner for Carlson. He'll pop it back to himself along the wall and find Brose at the blue line. He goes to Bolus. Bolus toe drags inside to change the shooting angle and fires one that just eludes the 4x6. Bolus will try again. This time the clapper deflected in front on net by Carlson and a big save with the pillows. It'll be Brenneman behind the cage, nudging it towards Carlson, whose shot goes to the corner. They're going to say it's off the corner, off the croast, as the Pens will go off sides. Wonderful puck movement down low. The Carlson shot looked to me to maybe find the back bar, but the referees deem it hit the bar, the actual post itself. There is a bar up inside the net, and it sounded more like that to me, but no goal nonetheless. And they have whistles, so they're always right. Halliday will get control, and he'll find Pearsall. The Penguins need to just keep doing what they're doing. Keeping the pressure on, and they're creating those offensive chances from in-zone plays. Looking very good so far. The early 2-on-1 has them in a hole, but they fought right back. Puck wedged off the wall. Picked up by Halliday. He's got Jones in front, tries for him. Doesn't quite, it does come through. Bit of a trickler that's sent fired by Jones just wide of the post. It'll be Pearsall in behind as the Penguins have had a number of scoring chances here. Maybe need to hit the net a little more. They've sent a few right to the corners as it's taken from Chabot at the point. And the Admirals with a breakaway. Weaving in, going to the backhand, and beating the squish tender to the blocker side. So a mishap at the blue line leaves an Admiral to streak in on a breakaway. So a couple early odd man rushes in this one have ended up in the back of the Penguins' cage. First a 2-on-1 and a shot from just inside the circles. And that one a breakaway. Player pulls it to the backhand and pops it up over the pad. And the Penguins are in an early hole. They've controlled the play, but Southern Tier taking advantage of a couple of opportunities to put pucks in behind the squish tender. It'll be Pelly driving wide, centering feed for Brenneman. He's got his shot kicked away. Brenneman will get back to it. Potentially hooked up on the play, looks similar to the Carlson hook. Admirals will get away with that one as a centering pass avoids the stick of Costa. Picked up by Pelly at the point. He'll twist it down the line where the Admirals will get control. A dump in and change for the boys in black. Track back to get it for the Penguins as they make a line change as well. It'll be sent cross ice to Bolus. Tapped up for Pearsall, who winds it all the way to the Admiral zone. Penguins come in on 2-on-1 of their own. A big save by the goaltender. Another one in front, whacked at and covered. It'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Penguins. Carlson to take the draw. Work to the left side by Southern Tier. All the way out to center. Back pressure by Golnack will be picked up by Flume. Flume across to Bolus. Bolus back in front to Bros, and Bros will work it all the way to the red line for Golnack. Taps it into the offensive zone, but Carlson just a half step in on an offside play. .447 to play in the first. And the Penguins trail by a pair. Their first time being down all weekend. So we'll see how they react to that. So far it's been with relentless pressure as you would expect. Here's Bolus with the puck. He goes across to Bros. To the line controlled by Southern Tier. Pressured by Golnack. Wedged out to center to be taken by Carlson. He has it knocked away in front of the Admiral bench, but he'll take it right back. Carlson weaving in, goes all the way through, gets a great shot on that's blockered away by the Southern Tier goaltender. Rimmed around all the way to the point for Foster. He tried to go all the way back to Carlson, and it's picked off and sent back out to center. Here's Chappell with the puck. Up for Carlson, picked off by Southern Tier. Wedged all the way into the Penguin zone where Chappell will get control. Carrying behind, leaving for Foster. Foster up the wing, a nice breakout to Jones. Jones's tap pass avoids Flume, and it's into the Penguins' corner. The Admirals with pressure now. Chappell there to make the play, dislodging the puck and getting it for Flume. Flume up to Halliday. Grabbing it on the backhand to the red line, trying to wedge it into the Admiral zone. His second attempt will be successful, and you'll get Flume to the corner. Flume has it roll off the back part of the stick, off the glove of Jones and whack towards the net. It'll end up in the corner for Parker to play behind the cage. Banking it off the boards, keeping it at the line is Track, turning with it Jones. He'll find Flume. Flume looking, blockered away by the goaltender. Down low for Halliday's shot. That's kicked aside. As it'll be cleared all the way down, icing if it's far enough, and it is. With 2:40 to play here in period number one, your Penguins trail by a pair. Offensive zone draw. It'll be Costa and Brenneman with Pearsall, Pelly and Track the defense. Face-off controlled by Southern Tier. They've had a number of wins in this zone. As they reverse the puck to work the breakout. Pearsall with the pressure. Nice breakout feed comes to the line. It'll be banked to the corner for Track. Track up the outside to Costa. Costa taps it back to the middle where Brenneman will get control. Moves it to the outside to Pearsall. He twists into the zone for Brenneman. Brenneman back to Pearsall. Pearsall taps it in front once, twice, and that one will find the back of the cage. Braden Pearsall getting things done for the Penguins as he's able to pop the backhander through, pulling it from forehand to backhand. And just tap it in, Happy. The Penguins have made it a one-goal game. .206 to play in the first as the Admirals will win the draw. Be controlled by Track, though, at the Penguin line. He'll find Pearsall. Pearsall to Costa. Costa to the outside to Brenneman. Brenneman will dump it to the corner and chase after it himself. Getting body position, but the Admirals able to out-support the Penguins and get control. The forecheck pressure of Pearsall forces the turnover in the neutral zone that's picked up by Costa, and we get a penalty. Bolus is going to head off for interference as the staff of Harry S. Cohen goes crazy at the courthouse right now, streaming us live. So the Penguins will hopefully finish the majority of this period on the penalty kill. 1:38 left to go in the game, or in the first, and 1:30 on the penalty to Bolus as the Penguins will have their second penalty kill. The first one very successful. Able to kill it off also had the puck in the Admiral zone quite a bit, as Carlson and Golnack will come out on a 2-on-2 shorthanded. Golnack will tap it up towards the corner. It comes free to Carlson, who dumps it all the way there. The area behind the Admiral net where they'll run a breakout under pressure from Golnack. It's up to Parker on the outside. He snaps it all the way across in the Admirals, gain the Penguin zone. Pulling up, looking. They'll go in behind the squish tender, as it'll come up the half wall. Battled for. Chappell sending an Admiral to the ice. He'll get control of the puck and find Bros. Bros off of a stick towards the Penguins bench, but it hits glass instead. It's a live puck that Carlson whacks to the Admiral zone. He'll pressure Parker. That Parker forcing the turnover to Golnack right in front of the Admiral bench. 32 left on the penalty as the Admirals gain control. They'll weave into the Penguin zone, pressured by Pearsall. Sent back to the point for a shot from Parker, wide of Squish. Out top for the Admirals to play it again. This kid's got a missile, and he uses it he walks right off the wall with no pressure, and on the power play beats the squish tender to the blocker side. Walked right off the wall in. Squish could see it clean, but he's got a missile. He puts it right in the corner. So the Admirals with 2 pucks positioned quite well. One on the 2-on-1 early, that one on the power play. And they've gotten back to a 2-goal lead as Jones taps it to the line for Halliday. Halliday will fire one down low that misses the cage. A power play goal for the Admirals will take us to the intermission. And we're going to step away. Welcome back to the UPMC Lemieux Center, where the Penguins are going to start the second period a bit up against it. Trailing by a 3-1 lead, or 3-1 deficit. We'll begin the second period with 5-on-5 hockey, and I'm joined in the Cine TV oven by Mike Jones. We're going to try to switch up the mojo here a little bit. Adding the color commentating back into Cine TV. Welcome back, Mike.
Thank you, Jeremy. Don't know how much helpful I'll be, but, you know.
Well, if we can get a few more pucks to go off the goaltender and not in the net, that would be a big plus. So you see people change things up, switch the mojo, change positions on the bench. I know I change positions on the couch from time to time. I drink the same beer all through the Stanley Cup playoffs every year, and I'll switch it if I feel the mojo goes awry. So we're going to do the same thing here on Cine TV.
We throw people out of our house if they walk in and a goal scored. So
I just throw people out of our house, but
Penn's playing from a rare deficit today. Few key turnovers on the defense. You don't really see that very much from these boys, Jeremy.
no, I mean, you got a couple odd man rushes and then a power play. Their goaltending's been phenomenal. The chances against Squish, you'd like to probably see that first one back. It was a 2-on-1. It was a well-positioned shot. Probably got to track it better. Probably want to see a little bit more pressure on that power play, but that's one, has a clean sight line to it. Not much you can do on a breakaway. So.
Well, I mean, if you feed him some plant growing food and he got a couple more inches, he probably would have had 2 of those.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know how to make him grow faster. You apparently have that figured out.
A lot of HGH and
as the Admirals will ice the puck, we'll come back to the attacking zone.
Hey, you can move anything you need to, Nick. You can move stuff. You can move my stuff if you need to.
I brought this so I didn't have to run cords. We had a lot of tripping.
Parasol, Flume, and Golnack, Bros, and Bolus out.
Here's Bros with the puck. He'll go D to Bolus. Shot from the point into the paraphernalia and held. So that's what the Penguins will need. More shots, more chances. They're hitting the net here in the second period.
The Southern Tier team knows how to grow them, too. They've got a couple really big boys on their squad.
Pearsall to take the face-off to the corner where it's rimmed around. Southern Tier gets possession. They'll carry behind the cage. Tossed up for Flume. Here's Bolus at the point. His shot pass to Golnack. Taps it towards the net. Just outside of the 4x6 as Bolus will get control. Here's Bros. Down low to Flume. Give and go with Bros as he drives the middle. He's tied up on the play and it's cleared. Gathered by Bolus at center. I think we're going to see a bit of a pack and counterattack here as the Admirals covering that house with sometimes all 5 players crashing into the front of the net to prevent those in-front scoring chances and passing plays by the Penguins as Flume taps it behind. Golnack will get there. He wedges the puck that's controlled by the Admirals. Up they come to the neutral zone where under pressure they'll turn it over. It's Golnack. On just a step off sides was Flume as he just kind of turned, didn't necessarily see the line, and he was no less than like an inch or 2 offsides.
Flume recently celebrating a birthday as well on Thursday. Happy birthday to D'Angelo.
I hear all the teams up and down the country are now searching all the birth dates of the Penguins because last weekend we celebrated a Carlson birthday with multiple goals, and yesterday D'Angelo Flume following suit with an excellent day.
Yeah, you don't want to play a kid on his birthday.
Lucas Jones into the middle for Halliday. Bouncing puck comes off the skate. It's turned back the other way to be kept in by Track at the line. Here's Jones on the half wall. Sent in front off of a stick. Controlled by the Admirals, taken away by Carlson. Right back to the Admirals, and they'll stream up ice. With speed to the offensive zone. Around Pelly to the corner. Player open in front, able to be defended well by Track. Pass to the outside off of Carlson. He'll come out to center. Penguins with a potential 4-on-2 as they hit Pelly into the zone. He weaves to the backhand, firing one down low. It's off the pad. Controlled by Jones on the half wall. Good counterattack rush there by the Penguins. Now they'll set things up in the offensive zone. We'll see almost like a penalty killing positioning here by the Admirals as they pack that house. They're giving the Penguins the outside here. They'll work it in behind to Carlson in front for Halliday. The shot kicked out.
Halliday's had a few really good games here lately, coming on strong. Multiple goals in the second game from Halliday yesterday.
Jones ties things up in the Penguins' defensive zone. It'll be plucked out by Pelly and back to Track. Track up for Carlson. He goes heavy off the boards. It's gathered in by Southern Tier's Lloyd. Lloyd will carry behind the net. Up the half wall, out comes Southern Tier. It's Cotton. Weaving into the offensive zone. He'll wind, he'll fire. Off of Squish, rebound cleared by Pelly. Out in front for Pearsall. Up for Brenneman. Brenneman to the line. Out to the outside for Costa. His shot off of a stick, picked up by Cotton, and back come the Admirals. Chappell defending. He's joined by Track as the shot comes off the big defenseman as he'll battle the whole way to the wall. Chappell will get control as he's knocked down and still able to reverse it to the opposite side for Track with space as the Penguins start a breakout. Off the stick of Brenneman, gathered in by Folsom of the Admirals. Pressured by Costa as it's dumped in wide of the Squish tender. It'll bounce around behind the cage for Track. Track caught out there a little bit as the Penguins are in their own end. For a bit of Admiral possession as it comes up high. Parker's shot off Squish to the corner. The Admirals applying the pressure as they peel off of one. Blocked by Track. Controlled by Pearsall. Up the wall to Parker. But it's still Admiral puck. To the corner for Chappie. Chappie wedging it up off the stick of Costa. Controlled by Parker though. Back to the corner. Chappie wins another battle. Tosses it back to Track. Track up to Brenneman. Brenneman can't control, but the Admirals will toss it in on an offside play.
I was a little disappointed, Jeremy, coming to the rink and realizing the Southern Tier wasn't associated with the brewery. I was kind of hoping for some free handouts.
Would be nice to have, I don't know about 8 a.m., but last night it would have been a good.
Yeah, it would have been fun last night.
Maybe they have a Bloody Mary mix they could have thrown at us this morning. As the Admirals control the puck here, putting the pressure on the Penguins midway through the second period. It's Chappell behind the cage. He's been a warrior out there on this shift, winning a number of battles. As the Penguins forwards will get control out through center, it's Golnack. Golnack weaving into the offensive zone. He'll throw it behind to Flume. Flume looking in front for Carlson. The Admirals doing a good job again, packing that house. Carlson to the corner. Cleared by Southern Tier, picked up by Bolus. Battled for it center. There's Flume and Carlson. It'll be Golnack coming away with it. Bank just past the stick of Flume, turned back up towards the Penguins line. It'll be tapped behind Bolus to be gathered in by Bros. As we approach halfway part in the game, the Penguins trail by a pair. They were down 2-0, got one back, giving up a power play goal. At the end of the first, the Admirals doing a good job here in the second. It's a 0-0 tilt in the second period. The Penguins looking to pop one through, but the Admirals controlling play here through part of the mid part of the period. Penguins take the puck right back. It'll be Halliday driving in. Using the body to protect the puck. We see that skilled skating team as he fires it across looking for Jones. Doesn't quite get through, but Jones will get possession and find the corner. Worked up the half wall. Puck controlled by the Admirals and back out they come. To the Penguin line. Battled by Bros, and we're going to get another penalty here. Bros physical along the wall. He's going to head off for 1.5 minutes.
Big kid versus small kid. Big kid always gets penalty.
So the Penguins are going to need another penalty kill. Jones and Pearsall with Pelly and Track. Face-off won by Pearsall to the corner, but taken back by the Admirals for a slap shot that avoids the cage high and wide. Worked behind for Pelly. He'll pressure the puck. The Admirals will come away. They'll set up the man advantage. Great puck movement, and it's off the pipe. Another missile to a corner here. Twisting with it are the Admirals, controlling with the man advantage. This has been their best power play, I think. as they've controlled the puck the entire first 40 seconds in the Penguins' end. Track pressuring. Worked behind by the Admirals to the opposite corner. There, Pelly will apply pressure up to the half wall. Coming back to Parker. Back down for a pass to the area behind. A centering feed off the stick of Jones. Gathered in by Lloyd. He'll go deep to the corner. Another centering feed. That'll come off of Pearsall. Penguins didn't clear, but now they will. It's Jones. Can he break free? Lucas Jones, short-handed, coming all the way in. He'll fire and just missed
wide.
the 4x6 on a short-handed breakaway. The Admirals coming back up with the man advantage. 10 seconds left on it as they try to go through Pelly. That does not work. Knocked down on the play is Track, and we're going to get a tripping penalty on Southern Tier. And the Penguins, with 3 seconds left on their penalty, will head to a man advantage. .88 for Southern Tier, heads to the box. Penguins with the first 3 penalties in this one. Southern Tier getting one here with 5.5 to play. Penguins control. It's Chappell to Halliday, who forces one. It's off of his skate. They'll go down low to Carlson. Penguins will try to spread him out. There's a pass in front for a shot from Halliday that's gloved down. Chappell with the puck. Over to Carlson. Back to Chappell. In front for Halliday to spin one through off the side of the cage. Carlson to it. He goes to the point. It's just past the reach of Chappell. Penguins will regroup at their line. Chappell carries behind. Leaves it for Foster. Foster to Costa. Costa up to Halliday. He'll gain the zone. Working it in front to Carlson. Carlson now Costa. Back to Carlson. Couldn't get it through, but he'll control. Setting up the power play here for the Penguins. They'll go down low to Halliday. Halliday twisting out of it. Gets it taken away. It's iced, but it is icing. So with 24 seconds left on the man advantage, why is the clock running? Clock! Clock!
Rules up here a little bit different than Canada. In Canada, you can ice the puck when you're on the penalty kill.
So, and that's definitely an adjustment for the Canadian teams. Comes into play right here. The referee's discussing the clock issue as the clock had wound about 11 seconds off. And the referees will talk to giving them some instructions. Usually they'll just hold for, however long the referees deem the clock ran. Penguins hoping to get this time back here with the man advantage. Trailing by a pair. The power play unit is Flume, Brenneman, Pearsall, Bros, and Bolus. They're going to add 7 seconds back. So the Penguins will get some of that time. It'll come back to Bolus. Let's see if they can take advantage of that. Here's Flume in front for a tap by Pearsall, and it's popped by Brenneman. Zach Brenneman there with the pickle stabber. And on the power play, a PPG for PGH. Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery fudge nuggets. The Pens are within a goal.
The Pens getting inside of that little box created by the Admirals and going to work on the rebound there.
Pierce all set to take the faceoff. 4:06 to play, 5-on-5 action here. It'll come back to Bros. Bros up for the goal scorer, Brenneman. All important shift after a goal.
Pens have done a lot of back-to-back scoring here lately. Looking to add another one, get this game tied up at 3 here.
The punksy fill of color commentators, let's hope. Let's hope Mike Jones is predicting a few scoring flurries here as he sees his shadow as he emerges from the Southern Tier Brewery that he went to this morning, hoping that there was an affiliation.
Southern Tier Brewing also branching off into bourbon. They have
yeah?
a Southern Tier Pumpkin Bourbon now.
Penguins battling in the Southern Tier end. Track gets control. Down low to be fired up past Pelly. So the Penguins make it a 1-goal game. Last time this happened, the Admirals came right back, stretching it back to 2. We'll see if the Penguins can even the score instead. Up in the period 1-0 as Pelly, as it knocked off of his stick towards Flume, battled for but kept in by the Admirals. Penguins were headed up ice there. The Admirals will get control and fire one wide of the cage. Back in front to be defended well by Pelly. Pelly up the wall for Brenneman. He's got potentially half a step. He'll switch with Pearsall, firing it in front for a spinning shot off of Flume that's kicked away. Or I'm sorry, is that Pelly? No, that's Flume. I was right. Both with the 7s as Flume is boarded from behind, and the Pens are going to go back to the man advantage. So after getting one on the last power play, Turkey will meet table again, and the Pens will look to get the equalizer.
Out for the power play, Carlson, Golnack, Jones, Chappell, and Foster.
Look for the Penguins, as you said, Mike, to attack the middle of that box. Spread them out, get the puck to the inside. It'll be Foster with it over to Chappell. Chappell off of a skate, bouncing puck. Foster will gather it in, and the Penguins will try to gain the Admiral zone. It's Jones. He's successful. He'll go with the dump and chase. To the corner for Carlson. Parker there to get it for the Admirals, pressured immediately by Jones along the wall. Back to Foster at the point. He finds Chappell. Chappell looking, firing one in front. Deflects wide, it'll be Carlson getting to it. His centering pass right to Foster. Foster with a shot, blocked. Here's Jones, now Chappell. Chappell off the stick of Golnack to the area behind the cage for Carlson. He centers another one, but that one's picked off by the Admirals and cleared. Under pressure is Chappell. He'll tap it for Jones. Jones to Foster. Penguins with numbers here if they hurry. 2 players tied up behind. It's a potential 3. It's a 3-on-2, potential 4-on-3 as it's fired in by Golnack. Off of Carlson, back out in front. Backhander by Golnack eludes the cage. To the corner for Carlson. Back up high for Jones. Penguins set things up with the man advantage. 15 seconds left for Bolus. Bolus down low to Golnack. Golnack possessing on the half wall. Looking. Bolus at the blue line. Back in front, trying for Golnack. Touched by the Admirals. The squish was coming off. We have another penalty on Southern Tier. So the Penguins with the first 3 calls, the Admirals with the last 3 calls, and the Pens back to a man advantage here, just as the penalty expired. The Admirals getting a power play goal late in period 1. The Penguins are going to try to return the favor. It'll be Costa. Unable to get control, wedged out the center all the way to the Penguins' end, and we get a penalty. So the Pens are going to even things up here. Looks like Bros. Bros is going to head off for interference. So 4-on-4 action now. Face off in the defensive zone for the Pens. Make sure you check us out on Twitter and Facebook, as well as obviously subscribe here. You can also find us at CineTV.com, where we have the Cine Swirl merchandise store.
About 50 subscribers away from hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark now, aren't
you,
Jeremy?
We're there.
Oh, you were there now.
We are at 1,000. I believe Jim Halliday's brother or brother-in-law, Halliday representative, was subscriber number 1,000 from a wedding yesterday.
From a wedding, wow.
Watching live from a wedding. As the Penguins 4-on-4 carry it in, it's Halliday.
You can also check out Jim Halliday on IDMB.
On who?
IDMB, his movie credits for being in his commercial.
It'll be the Admirals up the left wing side. 4 Penguins back to defend as Southern Tier changes. They'll possess in the Penguin zone until Pearsall plays takeaway. He'll spin with it behind the net. A nice tap pass for Pelly. Pelly with some speed. He's joined by Halliday at the 2-on-2. He'll send a cross-ice pass that misses the stick of the Penguins forward, and we're going to head to another intermission here. Welcome back to the Lemieux Center. Third period action between the Pens Elite 2011s and the Southern Tier Admirals. We knew we would get their best, and we have in this one. The Admirals came into the weekend undefeated. The Penguins taking a pair yesterday, but right now through 2 they trail by 1. The Penguins had trailed by 2 after 1. We had color commentator Mike Jones change the mojo a bit, and the Penguins have made it a 1-goal game. Right now, 4-on-4 action as there's 11 seconds left on an Admiral penalty and 18 on the Penguins. The Admirals control in their own end. They'll get a man advantage for about 10 seconds starting now as they ice the biscuit. 5 seconds remaining on the penalty kill for the Penguins. Foster wedges one towards the cage. Costa pressures. The Admirals will come away with it up the right. Costa knocked down on the play, able to get it out the center though. 5-on-5 action here from the Lemieux Center as it's controlled by the Admirals. We'll see a lot of that, Mike. A lot of dump and chase by the Admirals. Get control, fire it into the Penguins' end and make them go 200 feet. That's Chappell battling, comes away with it, getting Brenneman, followed up by Carlson. The Penguins are 2-on-3 into the offensive zone. Carlson will control, centering it to Brenneman. It comes free. Can they get it in on net? They could not. Carlson will center another one. Off the back of the cage to be kept by Bolus, dropped for Flume, back to the half wall for Brenneman. He's got Flume in front, finds him for a shot that's blocked. And the Admirals try to clear it. The stick of Brenneman gets in the way. They'll try a second time and they'll ice the puck. 13:24 to play, third period. Pearsall to lean over the dot in the attacking zone. Controlled by the Admirals in their own end. They've done a great job on faceoffs, especially defensive zone faceoffs for the Admirals. Puck comes off of the stick of Flume. Here's Bolus over to Bros. Bros up to Pearsall. Pearsall tap pass to Golnack. Golnack's got Flume on the other side. He finds him. He'll shove one towards the net that's kicked aside. Rimmed around, crashing down his Bros. Keeping it is Pearsall. He'll turn with it. Looking at Bolus, he'll find him. Bolus with a filthy move around. Shot comes in, kicked away. Rebound. Pearsall gets to it in the corner. Wedges it towards the point. It'll be Bros. Back to the corner. The Admirals will pick it off and back they come. Firing one from center ice for what should be icing. No icing call. Waved off. The Admirals get control. Driving in, firing it off the iron.
Another corner there, just missed.
As the Admirals get control. Here's Flume with it. Knocked down, but it comes free to Pearsall, to Golnack. And we get a whistle. It'll be another power play for the Penguins. A roughing call as Flume was sent flying.
This Admirals team is very physical, pushing kids around left and right, but Pens need to stand their ground and get inside this box on the penalty, on the power play right now, Jeremy.
Be nice to see another power play goal. The last one came from Brenneman. They're going to have Carlson, Halliday, and Jones up front with Track and Pelly. Track along the wall. Coming across to Jones. Jones back to Pelly. The Pens will set things up center point. They'll find Track. They're trying to get Jones open for that one-timer. As it's sent in front, deflected puck, cleared all the way to center, just past Pelly. Pens will regroup there. Pelly with it, storming in, leaving it up top for Jones. Jones across the top of the zone, back to Pelly, who drives in. His shot in off the glove, rebound, tap off the pad and to the area behind the net. A high-end scoring chance there as Halliday follows on. First shot blocked, second shot wedged through, that's blocked. Third shot, spinning it, deflects in front, rebound, sits free, cleared to the point, but kept by Pelly. He'll find Track as the Penguins move it around, looking in front, trying to hit that backside. Player streaking in, Pelly and Jones look to switch. Pelly on the half wall, up top to Lucas Jones, driving in, firing one off of a skate to the corner for Halliday. Penguins controlling this power play with a number of high-end scoring chances. Here's Carlson to the point for Pelly. He'll wind, he'll fire just wide. Rebound tapped wide by Halliday. Track to the puck, to the point for Pelly. Opposite side feed for Halliday that's spun to the area behind the cage. Power play over for the Penguins as they still control. Cross for Jones, one-timer. Fanned on, but he'll control. All the way across back to Track. He'll fire one off the side of the cage. Rebound lofted up over the net. It'll be Jones with it as the Penguins control 5-on-5. Carlson, now Jones, walking in. Backside for a one-timer by Track that's off of a skate. Up but not out, kept by Jones. Halliday with it. Popped free and out the center past Pelly. Jones will get there, turning it back to the line. Into the Admiral zone. Carlson gets control. He works it in front for Halliday. He pops free, tries to fire one, stick on puck block. It'll be iced by the Admirals.
Ton of shots there by the Penguins on that power play, but just couldn't squeak one past the goaltender.
Attack zone draw for Pearsall. That was one of the best power plays we've seen. They just couldn't get one by as it's knocked out to center for Brenneman. He'll control to the line, but no further. The Admirals turn it back to center off of Costa for Pearsall. Foster to Chappell. Chappell up ice off Pearsall, right to the stick of Brenneman. The Penguins have numbers. Brenneman's got Pearsall backside. He feeds it across. It's just behind him. Puck out the center to be picked up by Bolus. Bolus has it taken away, but Bros there to pick the puck up. Carried behind off of a skate. Bolus will be the first one there to wedge at it. Couldn't quite clear, but Bros will. It'll be lofted back in by the Admirals as they play dump and chase again. We're getting to the point in the game where we need to get one by. Icing by the Penguins will bring the face-off all the way back to their end. Golnack able to wedge it up out to center. The Admirals will take over at their line. Battled for in neutral zone, picked up by Carlson. He'll carry it into Flume. He tries to go back to Carlson, ends up back with Flume for a shot that's off the chest and kept out. Flume to the puck, tapping it further. In front for Golnack, whose shot's blocked. Crashing down Bolus as it's fired back out the center for Bros. Bros to Bolus. Bolus heavy off the boards. The Admirals will get control though and drive the Penguin zone for a shot. Stopped by Squish, left behind for Bros. He'll pick it up there up to Flume. Flume all the way across looking for Carlson. Shot all the way down, no icing as the Penguins were changing. Good call by the official there. It'll be Bros to the puck. He'll get it to Flume. It's up off of a player. Here's Golnack racing to it. Knocked down on the play, and the Admirals will control. Back to the Penguins line where it's knocked in behind for Track to retrieve. Linden Track behind the Penguins net. Up off the stick of Halliday to center, where the Admirals will get control. Back to the Penguins line, driving in, winding, firing a slapper that's kicked away by Squish. Pelly delays to the corner to take control. Up for Pearsall, his cross ice pass hit by a stick, kept in at the Penguin line. The Admirals will gain the zone, but on offside play. Neutral zone face-off, just under 7 to play. Here in the third period, Penguins trail by a goal. It'll be Track behind the net. Up for Jones. Bouncing puck out to center. Jones continues to pressure. Whacked at by a number of players, ultimately sent all the way to the Penguins' end. Off of a Penguin, so no icing here. As Track back to get it, he'll play it over to Pelly. Pelly off the wall to Halliday. Up to the point, Parker keeps it, but there's Pearsall to take it away. He's got Jones with him. Jones in front, Halliday couldn't get control, and he is absolutely destroyed. The Penguin forward, okay, he's up as he's off. Pelly drives in on an offside play. I don't think he saw Halliday was down still in the offensive zone. He was on his way out. He just saw all the room and some flat-footed defensemen. As Foster gets control to Chappell. Up a beautiful feed to Carlson into the offensive zone. He'll drop it behind his back to Brenneman. Back in front goes Carlson. Bouncing puck cleared to the half wall, but not out. Costa tracks it from behind. Chappie backing up to defend. Cotton in for the Admirals. Forced all the way to the outside. A centering feed kicked away by a couple Penguin skates. That was Foster. Here's Carlson back through center. Over to Brenneman. Back to Carlson. Falling down, getting back up and staying right with it. Carlson will get to the biscuit. Trying to tap it down to Brenneman. It's sent back the other way. Here's Chappell with it at the Penguin line. He'll find Costa. Costa to Carlson. Carlson gains the zone. Puck off of a skate right to Costa. Costa tries to force it in. He was double teamed. It'll be picked up by the Admirals behind the net. 5 to play. Costa will gather it. It's off of a skate in front as they change. Here comes Carlson. His shot down low, fended off by the goaltender. The Admirals with it, Penguins changing. Pearsall, now Bolus. Bolus to Bros. Bros back to Bolus as the Penguins change the attack angle. The pass up for Flume is picked off. Here's Pearsall with it. He'll go back to Bros. Up off Pearsall. Here's Golnack into the zone. He'll dump. Pearsall chases. And gets control in behind. Flume swipes in but loses control to the corner. The Admirals twist there. Pearsall on the forecheck. Followed up and supported by Golnack. Up the half wall. Wedged out the center. Stabbed at by Bolus. Brought on for a shot from the Admirals that's blockered away by the squish tender. Golnack with it. Tackled on the play. No calls, it's Flume. Flume weaving to the middle. Loses control as it's knocked into the Admiral defender. Here's Pearsall. He's crunched. From behind it, arm is raised. The Pens will have a power play here. Man advantages, squish is off. It comes back to track. Shot. Misses the cage. It'll be picked up by Pelly.
In hockey, you're not allowed to tackle, correct, Jeremy?
And what are we seeing here? Why the whistle blow? The Penguins had the puck still. So a roughing call. They're going to say it was played by a high stick. A high stick on the puck is going to bring the faceoff out to the neutral zone as the Penguins are going to call a timeout with 1:30 power play time and 3:28 on the game clock.
Oh, okay. Nice. How'd you guys do?
Power play for the Penguins.
The Powerball jackpot is now up to $610 million. That might get you one season of hockey.
Yeah. Penguins will set it up. It's Pearsall. Into the zone. Here's Bros. They got Pelly at the center point as they'll work the puck around Bros on the half wall. Back to Pelly. Looking to maybe get it across Flume, raising his stick high. Pearsall and Carlson in front of the net as it comes to Flume. Back to Bros. Bros. They're going to call a crease violation on the Penguins.
What?
All right. Penguins with a crease violation, so we get a whistle and the faceoff will come out to the neutral zone.
It's the first time I think I've ever seen that call made.
The Admirals will control that draw off of a stick, but here's Carlson with speed into the zone. Running a bit of a pick with Flume as he goes around and fires one off iron. Penguins control though, it's Bros to Pelly. In front for a tap by Carlson that doesn't find the cage. Rimmed all the way around, and this one will get to center. Pelly will pick it up there. 36 left with the man advantage. 2:30 to play in the game. As Pearsall fires it all the way in, they'll dump and chase. Chasing it is Flume, but it's rimmed around. Pelly at center will get control. Here's Bros with it. He'll gain the zone on an onside play. Looking cross ice, there's Flume. Flume tried to go back to Pelly. Great defensive play, and it's wedged back out to center by Parker. We hit the 2-minute mark as the penalty will expire here. Carlson gains the zone. 5-on-5 hockey to the corner for Pearsall. Pearsall will get control. Off the boards to Chappell. Chappell to Pelly. Pelly's shot blocked. Chappell wedges it forward, but it's cleared by the Admirals. Pelly controls, twisting in his own end. Trying for Carlson, picked off by Southern Tier. Jones is in after it though. Jones to Halliday. Halliday back to Jones, streaking his Golnack. Shot comes in, bouncing puck just misses the corner. As it comes all the way back to the point, Bolus to Chappell. Chappell with a shot, that was for the corner, it just missed. Jones to it as we have a minute. In front, shot comes in, Jones there, it's into the chest of the goaltender. Whistle blows, and we have a minute 7.
Right there on the doorstep, Jeremy.
They'll pull Squish to the top of the circles. Jones on the draw. Wedged up by Southern Tier out to center for Bolus. He goes across to Jones. Jones will gain the zone. Angled well. As Squish comes off, the Admirals get control. They wedge it up the wall. Can they get it out to center? They will, but the Pens are back in on an onside play. Pearsall driving. Golnack to the high slot. It's popped behind the net for Pearsall. He'll get control. Twisting out all the way to the point for Bolus. Bolus to Chappell. Chappell winds. He'll fire. Deflects in front. Off the pads. Kicked in front again. The rebound. Popping free and out to center.
25 seconds left on the clock here.
Chappell gets it. He'll gain the zone. Finding Golnack on an offside play. Chappell all the way across to Halliday. He'll gain the zone. Wedged in front, defended well. Here's Flume with it. 10 seconds left. Fired in front, off Pearsall. Rebound, swipe that. It's in the crease, it's loose, it's cleared by the Admirals. 3, 2, as the whistle sounds, the puck is free. And with 1.1 to play, the referee blows the whistle for no reason. He's standing right there and lost sight.